Yo, what's good, everyone? You already know, man. You are tuned in to the world famous Behind the Baller podcast, aka BTB. My name is Ben Baller, not Ben Humble. I am your host. Yo, I was gone for a little bit. Went on a little trip off the grid, But yes, the Korean John Cusack is back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 6 days away from my 48th birthday. And what does that mean? Absolutely fucking nothing. I haven't done shit for my birthday in so long. I have nothing planned. I might do some Postmates. Ain't nobody coming over. My gold refrigerator drops on my birthday, January 27th. And I'm going to be actually hosting the network live. We're not going to do no pre-recorded video content, none of that shit. I'm just going to be in there talking shit, Fucking fridge is lit. I thought about it a little bit, and, this motherfucker cost, this is a high-quality item. So I kind of lowered the price a little bit, said fuck it. But anyways, more about that another time. Listen, it feels like forever since I've been behind this microphone. And yes, next time I leave for 4 days or more than 3 days, I will bring my podcast equipment with me. But this was the first time I was really out in my RV. You know what I'm saying? And it felt so good to reset. I feel great. No cap. I feel awesome, right? I feel like I've accomplished so much before I left off the grid. I got some major shit handled, like work things at home. I did some major reorganizing. I did another session of getting rid of shit at home, at work, got things settled. So coming back was a breeze, right? And I didn't have to jump into any major shit, but I came back to like gifts and like just more organization. I just have clarity, right? So anyways, guys, different type episode, going, obviously with this freestyle shit, just looking at some notes, things here, but we're going to get into some heavy business shit and everything, but RV life, all right? I just wanted, because we never spoke about this ever, and it was something I wanted to do, but now look, obviously I jumped in my Thor Delano. Haven't figured out a name yet. If someone could fucking think of a good fucking name for my RV rig, man, I might even fucking send you a gift card saying something, I don't know. Come up with an idea. But some say I went glamping, Glamping. I say suck my dick and work harder than me, then you can eat a dick and unfollow me. All right, so check it out. When you head deep into the mountains without any running water or plug-in power electricity outside of having your own rig, right? Okay, now check me out. Yes, the accommodations on my RV are real nice, okay? But we still ate our own food. All right, I didn't bring sandwiches and all of this shit. I was gonna do that. I was like, nah, fuck this. We're gonna really like grill and do all that stuff. Grilled, barbecued, made rice. I pitched a tent, chilled outside, went on hikes, walked in dirt all day motherfucking long, right? I just thank God that I had a very decent operational toilet. Yes, there's a septic tank type, but I understand, you know what I mean? Thank you, Dude Wipes, for the full body shower wipes. Those are fucking key. And we'll get into that in a second. I don't want to get too much into that right now because it involves my wife, but we'll get into it in a second. But a couple key things that when you have a fucking RV, a lot of people don't tell you. They say when you take your first trip in an RV, you should just take it light. Go somewhere close. Go somewhere within an hour of the city. Go to an RV park where you can plug in. You can kind of really see things. The thing about the RV parks, well, one, most RV parks, if not all, in the state of California, if you're not there for an essential stay, meaning permanent living and stuff, they're not accepting you. Number two, when you go to these RV parks, and I filled up at one, these people it's so packed there, and they're 8 feet away from each other. Like, fuck that. I'm not trying to do that shit. But my original plan was to go to Pismo Beach, and they had these dune buggies and shit, and I was going to do all this stuff, and I looked up and I found 3 different places. I called all of them. They just were not, but with the California stay-at-home order, they were not allowing anybody to even park there for overnight, whatever. So I was like, you know what, man, I got to figure it out. Maybe I'll go to Santa Barbara. I just got to find some place like it. Because really, it'd be ideal to plug in and have full hookups. But full hookups means you'd have water, sewer, which is your dump, sanitary dump, and then electricity. But, I'm like, shit, give me a cool parking lot with a little view. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for the parking. I ain't tripping. And, I definitely will do that. Ideally would like to go up the coast, like to stop in Pismo for a night or two, then head up a little more, go to Big Sur. It's fucking lit out there. It goes by Carmel, Pebble Beach, and just, I ain't been out there really in a long time. And then maybe head up to Half Moon Bay and then maybe go see some family in San Francisco, but not going to be seeing family for a while. So anyways, with all that said, we headed up to just like northeast of the Santa Barbara Mountains and a little bit past Ojai Valley. But anyways, one thing, that they want you to do is when you're going RVing is, a lot of people rent them, and I didn't, but, you got to watch your generator. You got to know how much power you have. You got to make sure that you're full of water and propane, especially if you're going off the grid, right? Because you got to make sure you're not really stuck. Make sure all your shit is on point. You really have to do a checklist or you'd be fucked. Okay. One thing about RV life is water is very tricky, right? Water is super, 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 super scarce. Okay. I have a 30-gallon freshwater tank, right? Got 38 gallons in gray water, which is like soapy water from the sink in the shower. And then I got 38 gallons of black water, which is shit and piss and all that, right? Waste. So you don't realize you fuck around and take, now I'm really being serious, a 2-minute shower, which I haven't taken a 2-minute shower. I don't know when. I've never been in that type of rush. You got a family of 5, okay? You take a 2-minute shower each, and right there, half, if not more, of your entire 30-gallon water tank is gone. You ever seen those big jugs, the Arrowhead water jugs, 2.5 gallons? Try to take a shower with one of those motherfuckers. Like really wipe your head, scrub your arms, everything, boom. It just ain't gonna happen. Then you realize how fast water goes. It's really crazy. So, wash some dishes, wash your hands and everything. And again, if you run out of fresh water, you can't really flush the toilet unless you want it to pour in water. That's another thing too. A lot of people go off the grid. The reason why they stop going off the grid is because they run out of water. Not just fresh water, but actual drinking water and things. So, the beautiful thing about my coach is that I got storage and everywhere, so I'm bringing 2 full cases of water. I got 3 or 4 2-gallon jugs, you know what I'm saying? So I got 7.5 gallons of water. And so, just trying to really be over prepared. But the key about RVing is to underpack. Don't bring a ton of clothes or bring anything. If anything, bring more underwear, right? So that's something I had to kind of like learn, like, oh shit, because we ran out of water towards the end. It was a little weird. It started getting spooky and we were gone for 4 days, right? Wi-Fi can get tricky out there. I have a Wi-Fi router, and when I say tricky, it's this bullshit ass thing, right? So I have this Wi-Fi router made by WineGuard, which is like the best. And the thing is, it's ran by a SIM card, so it's like 4G LTE. So, there's 2 options. Well, you could do anybody, but the 2 main options they suggest is AT&T or Verizon. Now, it's tricky like this. That's actually not a cell phone. It is a router, right? So even if you had an iPad or whatever it may be, bottom line is whatever phone number is connected to that thing, the maximum that Verizon will give you on one line is like 35 gigabytes of hotspotting. So now the thing is, I got an unlimited plan, so I'm thinking I'm going to have unlimited fucking Wi-Fi. No, that's not exactly it at all. My kids are streaming games, watching movies here and there. Boom, I might be on IG, but that doesn't take very much. But streaming definitely does. So I downloaded a lot of movies because I had to prepare for this, and I kind of knew. One thing that's dope about having downloading movies is that you can mirror off your if your smart TV is mirror capable. You could I download a bunch of movies from my iPad, and boom, then I could just mirror it off the TV and not have to worry about it. So now with Verizon, they got the best service. I'm way the fuck out of nowhere. I barely had a bar on my phone, but I had service on the Wi-Fi setup with Verizon. But the thing is, once you hit that 35 gigabytes, you're fucked. Like you're capped off and it starts going to super slow speeds, right? Like with the Wi-Fi, you might hit up to 30 Mbps, which is plenty to stream and whatever. But you remember, I got 3 kids who all have smartphones and tablets and stuff, my wife, whatever, boom. And, it just runs out. So it's kind of tricky. You say, oh, you got unlimited. No. Yeah, you do on one thing, but that's a router. So you're using a hotspot. Now, the thing is, if you use T-Mobile, you can get like a prepaid 100 gigabytes for like $50 or something. But like, you might be shit out of luck if you don't have service. Like Verizon is just, they know what time it is. It's kind of some bullshit. But also not having any Wi-Fi could be a lovely thing because it forces you to be outside and do certain things. But every night that we were there, we'd watch different movies, and I try to get my kids to watch something older instead of watching YouTube and shit, right? So we watched Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, watched The Nutty Professor, and things like that. But one thing I noticed at nighttime is, you have your generator off. There's, well, when you're off the grid, you can fucking turn the shit on anytime. But, there's something called AGS, which is auto generator start. And you could kind of like, let's say, for instance, you go on a hike and you want to have the AC cool because it's super hot outside. So when you come back to your rig, it's already set up. That's a luxury item. And the same thing going to sleep at nighttime, but it's very loud. And my wife has very, very, very soft ears. She could fucking hear anything. You fart and she's going to wake up, right? So at 3, 4 in the morning, I'm hearing motherfucking coyotes howling all over the place. I know they're smelling food outside from the barbecue. They're looking for all kinds of shit. And we had heard a mountain lion was not far from there. And so, from talking to a few people who are experts on it, they're like, you got to get bear spray. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, so it's getting real, right? And we had a little puppy with us. Our dog, Lana, was with us. She's a little Yorkie, and she'll fuck around and get ate up. So, one thing, of course, I'm in the state of California, so obviously I have my guns, and a lot of ammo. A lot of weird shit going on with the inauguration, all that stuff and everything. But I definitely need to get some bear spray. But the gun shit is like, it's a necessary thing. There was a guy that was camping not that far off from us, and he had shot a gun in the air. I didn't hear it, but I was told by my brother-in-law because the coyotes were kind of getting a little close by. So, again, it gets kind of crazy out there. But one thing that's so fucking beautiful is I have like this sky mirror, window, where it's just like on the top of the car, it's 11 feet tall. You go up there, it's a bunk, it's where London slept, and you open it up, this big ass fucking window, and you could see all the stars, and it was crazy. I have not seen all the stars in so long because the pollution in LA and everything else, like, it was really beautiful. It was very serene, it was very peaceful. Again, man, it was a great time. Kuyama, New Kuyama, I don't know what the fuck area. I was about 30 minutes. Now, I was about 40 minutes away from like any kind of real civilization, right? It was about 35 minutes from a gas station or so. It was a trip, but I love RV life, learning how to do black water and all that shit. Yeah, it may sound gross and everything, but it's just a necessity. We're going to head to San Diego this weekend, actually, in the RV. Head out Friday, come back Sunday. Saturday is Q World Star, Lee Oda, rest in peace. It's his 4-year anniversary of his passing. So, every January 23rd, I don't ever miss it. Pay respects at his gravesite and memorial. It's my son's, London's godfather, and, something we got to do. And I found an RV location. I could go there. A lot of the parks are closed, but I found a cool little spot. Headed to Grand Canyon on the next trip that we do. That's going to be fucking lit because my kids have never seen the Grand Canyon. And, I'm excited for that. Don't know if we're going to be off the grid there or whatever else. San Diego's going to be a breeze because, there's going to be full hookups and all that shit and everything else. The difference of me quarantining from my car and doing what I do whenever and people see me driving and stuff and being around, this is the difference. I want people to understand this. I don't get close to people no matter what. I'm talking about distance, actually, no matter what you may think or see or whatever, boom. I don't fist bump people. I don't shake hands. I stay the fuck out the way. And I always have a real legit N95 mask on. They say that the spikes have gone down quite a bit. Cool, great. Stay the fuck away from me, right? Funny thing is, a lot of people are still wondering about the vaccine. Still a lot of motherfuckers are taking it, right? And then there's a new hybrid strain, and I'm jumping all over the place now. And they're saying there's a new strain in California that the vaccine doesn't protect you from this one strain of COVID-19. So, oh, fucking great, right? So the only thing I'm worried about in Grand Canyon is water again for showers and stuff. And how I told you I'd be talking about that. I'm going to talk about it now. My wife has very few issues that kind of drive me crazy, okay? But my wife rather be poor and take public transportation and whatever and not have TV before she'd ever let a full day go by, a full legit 24 hours go by without taking a shower, okay? Now look, I take a shower every other day. A lot of times when I take my showers, I take showers at night. So when I get up, I'm just ready to go. I don't have time for all the bullshit, but I don't smell. You know, it's been something that people noticed in high school. Like, what the fuck? How do you play basketball? How do you play football? I don't have body odor. It's a weird thing. I think recently some people had seen or heard about it on the internet, like on social media, that Korean people have a certain gene and don't smell. It's the truth. I don't give a fuck how long I go, whatever. Unless I rubbed against a body that smelled, my armpit will never smell. It just don't, period. Anyways, back to the RV. My wife was low-key worried about posting the RV. As you see, my last post is the RV. And she's like, maybe that might be a little tone deaf. And Nicolette is very she's cautious about those type of things, right? And my thing was, look, I had money before the pandemic. And during the pandemic, I earned every single fucking dollar. The real way, the right way, no funny shit, no funny business, no plugs, no licks, nothing like that. Okay? And I've given my fair share of money in the last year, period. Right? Now, there are borderlines to being tone deaf. I get it. I didn't sit there and try to fucking have that. I'm just saying, look, man, we're in a motherfucking RV. It might be to some people a luxury RV, but I'm saying it's an RV. Now, am I jaded when it comes to this? Not so much, right? The spectrum of all that shit has widened a lot over the last 10 years, and it's mostly by overly sensitive people, okay? Because I'm very compassionate, believe it or not. I have feelings for others, right? I'm depressed about a lot of things going on, but I have done my share of giving, okay? And I truly believe if every single person took care of their own responsibilities, meaning, of course, take care of yourself and take care of the immediate people around you, we would have way less issues in the world. And I understand it's easy said and done, but I'm saying it is really something that people need to do. And they just don't. And that's why you might see a person homeless and be like, what the fuck is that dude doing? You know, whatever, boom. It's just, you fall off and you disconnect and you go too far out and whatever. And there's a lot of things. I'm proud of being able to provide this type of quarantine for my kids, and we could go on the road and drive anywhere. And this is, now I'm like, fuck this. This is going to be a business thing. We're going to fucking do meet and greets in this motherfucker. We're going to do grill fucking, pop-ups. Who fucking knows? I could go to fucking Chicago, Miami, what the fuck? This is like a different way. And it's something that I worked hard for. So I should be able to do this stuff, right? Now back to the sensitivity thing. Look, some people don't want to be broke. Okay? There should be nothing wrong with that. Okay? Some people aim higher. They strive for more. They want more in life, right? Sensitive motherfuckers take that personal, or they take it personal. When someone says, yo, I don't want to drive a Honda, okay? They say, well, what's wrong with the Honda? And someone like me would say, nothing, motherfucker. I just don't want one. How about that? Because I've had one before. I don't care how many people are out there starving, don't have a car. Look, that's not me. Yeah, I came from nothing. I was broke. No one gave me no assistance from parents or none of that, whatever. I'm going to always fight for my bread, fight for better things, and I'm always going to strive for more. And all I'm saying is I want more from life. I expect more from life because I put the work in. Okay? To go even further, I want my daughter to grow up and have high standards. All right? I don't want some bum-ass motherfucker trying to ask her out. Okay? No matter how good his heart is, he needs to have the full surround sound everything. Have your shit together or have your shit in motion and have your process correct before even thinking about asking Kai out on a date, right? I don't want to worry about her. I want to make sure she's taken care of. Yes, I'm going to take care of her, but I'm saying someone could hold her down, right? I got to trust for them and everything else. And I don't want that to be an issue or whatever, But what I'm saying is a motherfucker got to work hard. Okay. Yes, not all people think about those type of things. Guess what? I am one of them who does. I apply pressure on myself every single day. I am harder on myself than anybody will be. You think these little punk trolls, who I'm the king of trolling, you think these little bitch ass motherfuckers sit there, oh, you do this? Shut the fuck up. You don't do shit. You comment behind a phone or computer. None of you motherfuckers are doing shit. Because if you were, then we'd have fucking, I guess it wouldn't be the top 1%, 2%. It'd be the top 70%, right? Because everyone's doing well. Shut the fuck up. You ain't doing shit. And I'm not dissing you. I'm telling you what it is because you don't throw motherfucking stones and hide your hands. That's some bitch shit. I put more pressure on myself than anybody else because I want to do better and I want to do more. Miles, give me a motherfucking beat real quick while I catch my breath. So yo, man, two things that I downloaded while I was on camping. I downloaded the Night Stalker documentary on fucking Netflix, and I downloaded the Tiger Woods shit. Yo, and I talked about Tiger Woods. I'm talking, the episode 2 came out. The episode 1 was cool. It broke everything down, got you into it. Episode 2 was where the real motherfucking carne asada was. That was where the Wagyu was. That's where all the sauce was, all the flavor, all the seasoning. Anyways, let's start back on the Night Stalker shit. Look, I was I was high-key petrified. I was beyond terrified of Richard Ramirez. The Night Stalker had me scared as fuck to take the trash outside in Koreatown, okay? In 85, this motherfucker was killing people all over the fucking place. When you watch this documentary now, there's so much about this person's life that I didn't know about. And the photographer who actually took pictures of Richard Ramirez, his famous photographer, I forgot his name. I have an actual real print of Richard Ramirez somewhere in my storage maybe, but a real picture of him from the courtroom, like the famous crazy picture. It's fucking nuts. Some people think it's crazy, but it was something that was, part of my life growing up. People watch that, don't get it. Like, I don't know how the fuck, some of you guys weren't even fucking born in 1985, but in 85, motherfuckers were shook, okay? I remember all that shit. He stayed at the Hotel Cecil. My mom's fucking factory was 1 block away on fucking 7th and fucking Los Angeles Street, 1 block away from the Hotel Cecil, which still exists, and all kinds of weird ass shit has happened in there. You can Google it. It was phenomenal. It was really good. It was crazy. We were like, oh, this is too graphic. It's a motherfucking, shit is about a serial killer. Fuck you think it's gonna be, right? But there's a lot of shit I didn't know about with him, with like child molestation and stuff like that. There was just some crazy ass shit. He was killing Asian people, just bucking them off for no reason. It was. Look at, if you want to be creeped out and really, I'm obsessed with serial killers. I love watching all that shit. Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, all that shit. This motherfucker was in Cali, murking people early. Okay. Anyways, back to the Tiger documentary. Man, they slowed in that bitch. Episode 1, they were kind of like, boom, this is what it is. Episode 2, they got into the fucking cheating scandal and all the other shit and what this dude would go through and what he put himself in. And just this dude, just everyone thought he was perfect and whatever. And I thought he was, and he was just living this life. And it's just dad was super strong. I didn't know his dad was a motherfucking Green Beret, jumping out of planes and shit and killing motherfuckers and everything. And his dad was his best friend and just ran the tightest ship in the world. And just fuck, man, when it got into the fucking scandal, this motherfucker was a sex addict and he had a beautiful, great wife. I mean, that girl, Eileen, whatever, she was, super nice, everything, whatever, boom, had kids. This motherfucker was out being a dirtbag, right? Like this motherfucker was hanging out at spots that I hung out at. And this dude had 12, oh no, I'm sorry. At the end is 15 fucking mistresses. And each one of them, he had like an individual, real, full-blown relationship with these bitches. It was crazy as fuck. And I'm going to be honest with you. I fucked with Tyga. I fucked with him. I liked him a lot. And as toxic as this sounds, when I found out that he was a scumbag like this, yo, I remember my sister-in-law, she's like, I fucking hate that. She was his biggest fan, knew a lot about, when she found out about that shit, she was just like, I hate him, blah, blah, whatever. My mom was such an enormous fan. My mom was such a big golf fan, with her fucking goddaughter being Sari Pak, a fucking, legend and fucking LPGA, and all that. And my mom found that shit out. She was so heartbroken. And I was like, man, fuck, I was the total opposite. When I found out this motherfucker was fucking escorts and fucking porn stars and a bitch from the fucking coffee shop down the street, like I was like, yo, this dude is off the hook. He's off the fucking chains. Like I admired Tiger 10 times more. I fuck with him more just because like, yo, man, yeah, he's not human, man. I mean, I'm sorry. He's human. You know what I mean? People fuck up. Now, is that the life I want to live? No. That don't mean I don't want to watch it. As fucked up as that sounds, I'm just saying that was some crazy ass shit. It was sad to watch other parts. I mean, you got to watch it. I'm not going to give too much away about it. The Tiger documentary is fucking phenomenal. Now, speaking of tigers, the Tiger King, Joe Exotic, had very high hopes. He really thought that he was going to get pardoned by Dick Stain Donald. And obviously yesterday morning was like the last possible thing, but they'd already announced, who he was pardoning and stuff. And he had to be sick as fuck that he wasn't pardoned, because this motherfucker, I don't know who hired it, but they had like a fucking 25-foot limo waiting outside his jail. This motherfucker had like a cage in the back big enough for a fucking lion. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but he wasn't pardoned. Sucks, but that's the way the shit goes, and it is what it is. But, Trump pardoned a few people. One of them was Lil Wayne. Other one was Kodak Black. Really hyped that Kodak Black is getting out. I know he was miserable in there. And it's time to see him back. You know what I mean? What else? Oh, yeah. Guys, you have to watch this movie called The Kingmaker. It is on Showtime. It is about Imelda Marcos. I mentioned her with pomp on the episode prior to this. And she was obviously Marcos's, the president, dictator of the Philippines during the 80s. This bitch is crazy as cat shit. Her husband was crazy than a motherfucker, corrupt as a motherfucker, stole probably billions in the 80s, which is trillions now. Like, just ridiculous shit. Just watch it. Trust me. Awesome fucking story. You know what? I got to get into this Bali story, and we'll save that for after the break. Look, real quick. Inauguration, great thing. Look, people thought it wasn't going to happen. Biden is in office. He's been sworn in as the 46th president of the United States of America. You know what? Let's see what happens. The motherfucker is old as shit. There's like an over-under bet right now. Is he going to live through the first term? Whatever. I mean, dude is old as shit. I don't know. But some people are like, yeah, great. And then, have the first black vice president or turn into I don't know. Look, dude was there. There was no bullshit. There was no fuckery during the inauguration. I didn't see no motherfucking KKK Proud Boy shit going on. But what I did see was Mina Harris, who is Kamala Harris's niece. Her husband was rocking Dior ones, and it started to trend. And my boy Bobby Hundreds pointed that shit out. It was funny. And I forgot to do, I think his name is Nick, but people are like, yo, Dior ones at the inauguration and blah, 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 whatever. It's like, yo, some people are hating, some people are hyped. And like, usually I'm that Grinch, but yo, what better place could there be than the inauguration to rock some fucking fresh ass fucking $8,000 shoes? There's nowhere. That's the shit. All right. Anyways, y'all, we're going to go into a break right now. Yo, that means you're going to hear my man LL. That's Lakey Lake, aka Lakey Inspired. Yeah, Miles, throw me a beat real quick. Appreciate you, bro. We'll be right back, y'all. So I had to have my little Pocari sweat break real quick. Hope you enjoy that little music. That's my guy. And look, if you guys remember about 10 months ago when the quarantine started, I was doing my lives and people were staying at home. There's nowhere you could go, right? I mean, pretty much everyone was at a stay-at-home order back then. They really were staying home. And I do my IG lives and stuff. And I remember a couple pretty girls had jumped on. One girl was from Dubai. She was real pretty. I forgot her name. Another girl was in Bali. She's a light-skinned, fair-skinned black girl, really pretty. She's lesbian. And she went to Bali with her girlfriend. Did you guys remember that? I mean, I'm being serious. This is like, you know, she jumped on live like twice or 3 times with me, and her name is Sandra. I don't know if that's her real name, whatever it is. I'll tell you the reason why. I don't know if that's her real name. But so her and her girlfriend moved to Bali. They left LA. They were paying, you know, a lot of rent. She was talking about it on there, and this girl's super sweet. She wasn't like at all pretentious or weird or anything. But her girlfriend, I guess her name is Kristen Gray. I'm not sure if that's her real name, whatever. But you know, she went on Twitter maybe 6 days ago. I want to say roughly maybe 6, 7 days. She was, you know, a week ago or so. And she went on Twitter and I saw Bali was trending #1. And she was talking about how she moved to Bali. She's paying $500 a month of rent in a beautiful place. And Bali's one of the literally top 3 most beautiful fucking islands, beaches in the world, on earth, right? And how they were LGBTQ friendly. And she didn't have to worry about taxes over there. They don't have taxes issues over there. And her visa was good and all this other shit. And she was just talking about certain things. And she was encouraging people. Then she wrote a book about, you know, leaving America and going there. And just like, she was just in love with it. It was some shit straight out of a movie. And I've never really seen her before. Kind of briefly did. And then I realized, she's like, yeah, I came here with my girlfriend. And I was like, oh shit, this is the fucking girl that Sandra, that, you know, once in a while I chat with, and she was on my live. And I was like, oh, damn, super sweet girl, you know? And the girl's saying all this stuff, and people are, it's trending, boom. You know, Russell Simmons is currently living in Bali. He's out there, what's the fucking word? Not extradition, fuck, God damn it, what the fuck is the word? Anyways, he's out hiding out in Bali because he has sexual harassment allegations going on or whatever, and I don't know, man. Russell's a womanizer, but that other shit, I don't know, man, you know? And you know what? I'm going to make a note about talking about this Me Too shit later too. And I'm not discrediting it. I'm just saying, man, people really think that social media is court. And as much as it may help some cases, it's not the end all. Motherfuckers have to really realize that you need to be in front of a fucking judge and a fucking jury amongst your peers and stop with some of this shit, man, because you'd be fucking surprised how many people play the victim and don't. I'm not saying some aren't. I'm saying some fucking are. All right. So anyways, Bali was trending #1. I'm looking at this shit, boom, not paying attention, whatever. So now camping in the mountains, and I think Sunday night or Monday night, I don't remember. Sunday night, I think, I see Bali's trending again, or Sunday morning maybe, or Monday morning maybe, I'm not sure. Bali's trending again, #1. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here now? So I'm going to go and sift through it and stuff. I look through comments and everything, and I'm looking at the trending topic. Yo, that girl didn't realize, even though you live in a somewhat third world country, meaning Indonesia, Bali is a very luxurious place, whatever, boom, it's a resort. But at the same time, it is technically in a third world country. And you got to remember, you know, some of these places, you know, you could say fuck you to someone in law enforcement and then do jail for 20 years. It's the craziest shit, you know, like they just don't, you know, in Singapore, if you really do, this is not a joke, it's not a wives' tale, it's not an old folk tale. If you throw a piece of gum on the street, you are going to jail. And jail, let me tell you something, any fucking Southeast country is not going to be sexy. There's nothing cool about jail here, but you would rather be at Rikers, at fucking Alcatraz, doesn't exist anymore, San Quentin, you name it, before you want to be at a jail in Asia. So these girls, they don't realize social media is very powerful in Asia. Like they monitor it heavily. Filipinos are so deep on Facebook and Instagram and everything. So with Indonesia being, I think mostly a Muslim country, you know, they're just super strict about things. So, you know, they don't fuck with LGBTQ people over there. They're fucking, you know, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if they're executing people, beating people. They don't give a shit. They live by different rules. It's a different world over here, right? Over there. You got to remember, you don't wear a mask out there, motherfuckers will beat you up, this and that. You can't sit there and be like, oh, me too, I'm crying. They don't give a fuck. They will smack you the fuck up. You will disappear, right? People want to fuck. How can someone tell me not to stay home? Fuck that. And fucking, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to eat inside. I'm going to do. I'm going to keep my gym open. You guys sound so fucking dumb sometimes. When I hear that shit, it fucking just pains me. I see these fucking, just these underground fucking gambling places and fucking strip clubs. Just like, Jesus Christ. So anyways, the girl Kristen Gray or whatever the fucking name is, that's not even her real name. Right. And if Sandra's listening to this, because I think maybe she might tune into the podcast, I have nothing negative to say about it. It's just from what I read. Now, do I think they did anything wrong? No. But now over there, you're telling people you wrote a book, you did vlogs on YouTube, you did certain things. Twitter actually suspended her account for suspicious activity. Because I was trying to go to her page. Then she made it private too. It was weird. Then I went to my friend Sandra's page and her page was private too. I messaged her. She said she's cool. She's going to let me know what's going on. Maybe I might even get her on the podcast to break down her side of the story. But at the end of the day, you're in a third world country. You recorded that you were out there not paying taxes, that you're paying such little rent and everything else, and boom. But, technically her visa was good and everything. And so the police came and the law enforcement came and took her ass and they fucking escorted her out. You know what I'm saying? Like they went to customs and they booted her ass out of the country. And she had her attorney, whatever. I think they were in New Jersey or something. I was trying to follow it a little bit. But they're back in America, I think. And they're dealing with immigration and stuff like that. Crazy shit. Just because this girl, Sandra, her Instagram is Love Sandra, Love, LOVESAUNDRA. And our page is private now. I might have to definitely get her on here. Just crazy fucking things because she was on my live. All right, y'all. Big announcement. I kind of gave a little teaser last night. I'm going to kind of elaborate on certain things. Yo, Tops is doing a new project. It is not Project 2020. There are similarities, but there are more artists involved. There's a lot going on. But it's Project 70 launches on February 17th. All right, guys. Project 70 launches on February 17th. Okay. There's a lot of artists this time. One of the coolest things is we are not subjected to these 20 baseball players. We could do whoever the fuck we want. All right. Current, past, whatever the fuck we want to do. I'm obviously doing mostly new players. I'm doing mostly Dodgers. I'll get into a little bit more specifics when we get into whatever. But everyone from Project 2020 pretty much is back, but we've added, the project has added a lot of new people. So I'm going to kind of give you an example again. If you're a fucking big Acuna fan, Acuna or Tatis or fucking Juan Soto, whatever, boom, look, you're going to see a lot of fucking current players getting done. So many different templates. There's going to be a lot of crazy shit going on. It's going to be really dope. It's a 70th anniversary. 1951. There's going to be a lot of 51 and 70 themes in here. Okay. As far as the artists that are involved in this, we got me, we got Ermsey, DJ Ski, Snoop Dogg. Yes, for real. Snoop Doggy Dogg. Mr. Cartoon, The Hundreds, Keith Shore, my boy Sean Wotherspoon, New York Nico, Blake Jameson, Lauren Taylor, The Shoe Surgeon, Gregory Siff, Brittany Palmer, King Saladin, Infinite Archives, CES, Tyson Beck, Distorted, Jonas, Natural, Chuck Styles, Risky, Sophia Chang, Action Bronson, Pose, Fucci, F. Dot, Jeff Staple, aka my twin, Matt McCormick, JK5, Undefeated, the sneaker store, Soulfly, sneaker store, shout out to my boy Carlos, aka Chino, Jacob Rochester, Claw Money, Quicks with 2C, Old Man Allen, or Old Man Allen, is that what it is? Crayola, Mikhail Brandup, Andrew Thiel, Morning Breath, Reality to Idea, Blue the Great, Ron English, Don C., Alan Pardee, and the motherfucking legend, Futura. Yes, aka Futura 2000. Those are the list of the artists that will be involved in Project 70. The last thing I can tell you guys is that just like Project 2020, I lead off Project 70, meaning I am card number 1. I will be the first card. I think you guys can guess, what team at least will be in this project as far as my first card. But yeah, that is going down February 17th. I am fucking super excited about it. This is a different thing. It's all current players. This shit is going to be dope as fuck. Yes, there'll be artist proofs. There's going to be fucking refractors. There's going to be all kinds of dope ass shit. All right. Real quick, guys. As you know, I mentioned last week, I have renewed my contract with mybookie.ag. So make sure you go to mybookie.ag. If you were following me last week, a lot of motherfuckers were yip yapping. Oh, it was easy, blah, blah. Man, shut the fuck up. You stupid as fuck. The money line was heavy on the Ravens and there's all this other shit. Everyone says all this shit, then you should have bet. Okay, guess what? Your boy went 4-0 in the fucking second week of the playoffs. The NFL playoffs, anything can fucking happen. I went motherfucking 4-0, undefeated. All right, guys. So go to mybookie.ag, sign up for a new account, use promo code BenBaller. They're not doing the full 100% matching of your deposit, but they are matching 50% now, which is still all Gucci. Some of you guys are like, oh, well, they make you stay. Look, I'm not in this shit to make $50, $200 here and there. I'm keeping my shit in there. I have money still in there for almost 8-9 weeks now? Shit, longer than that. Okay. So guys, if you add $1,000 into your account on your first deposit, they will add $500 to your 1,000. All right. So it's still a fucking great deal. So Miles, Jordan, could I get a drum roll, please? For this weekend in the NFC and AFC championship games, I like the Packers -4. Now, I know the Bucs tapped that ass in week 6, but I'm going to be real with you. And I don't like to bet against Brady. I realize certain things. I'm telling you, I do think the weather is a factor. I don't care how much Brady's used to it. He ain't been there recently. That motherfucker been living it up in Florida, Gronk too, and I know AB's lived whatever. It's a little bit of a factor. I don't think Aaron Rodgers, the God, is going to take another L, especially at home with what's going on, what's on the line right now. But I would love to see a Bucs, Bills, Super Bowl. Remember, these are not locks. These are my picks, right? So I'm taking the Packers -4. I think Aaron Rodgers gets the job done, and I'm pretty confident about that bet. For the AFC Championship, look, you all seen Mahomes get a concussion. If he comes back, I think the Bills win because he just ain't going to be even 85, 90%. Just not. And he's an amazing quarterback. Such a fucking tragedy. And I'm currently making some joy pieces for for Travis Kelce. So this is kind of a fucking weird thing. But if Mahomes doesn't play, then the Bills, I think, might crush him because they are the team to beat right now. They were, so I've been talking about them for weeks and weeks and weeks. So I like the Bills +3 for this weekend. All right, guys. Packers -4, Buffalo Bills +3. Different team right now. They're starting to do their motherfucking thing. Now, I've told you guys about this app called Clubhouse. You obviously know it's very popular and it's blown up and it's invite only. I started my first room, was it yesterday or it was 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, I started my first room. I did Jewelry Talk 300. If you've been in college, you know what I'm saying? There's English 101, there's 200. Yeah, I feel like it was like, a little more than just the early shit because everyone that was in there were pretty much veteran jewelers, right? All vets. So, I had my boy Zoe Frost. I had Greg Una, a.k.a. Mr. Follis. I had Jimmy Boy. I had Will the Boss, who some people didn't know, and I kind of brought some light to it. Had a new jeweler named Erica Diggs, who is a black female jeweler who's been going through some shit. And, Will the Boss, we've talked about those struggles. How about man Killer Mike? Yes, from the Dudgeon family, from the ATL. Killer Mike came up with Outkast. He is a legend. That motherfucker is an amazing person. And he kind of gave some insight. We had another jeweler named, I forgot his name, was Charles, I think. He has a GIA degree, and he was actually of color as well too. And it was just a beautiful thing. We had a great discussion about jewelry etiquette, the business, and really, look, I will never deny that I'm not an asshole. I know that I can be brash. I know all those things. But when you get to know me, you understand I'm a fair person, okay? I don't lie. I don't cheat, right? I keep it 100, all right? If anything, I at least keep it 92. And 92 is better than most motherfuckers can't keep it 60, right? They can't have an average 60 score in their life. And when it comes to the jewelry shit, that whole thing was a platform for me to uplift the other jewelers. I feel like Greg Una is one of the most underappreciated jewelers there are out there right now. And he doesn't have these followings that some of these other people. Some people are buying followers here and there. I've never bought no followers. So, with that said, there's a little bit of a little weird jewelry beef, and people may think I started it. And I'm not going to really address the whole details and everything and be like, oh, why the fuck talk? Shut the fuck up. Because my podcast, I talk about what the fuck I wanted. There's no jewelry beef. All right. I had people call me, and like, you got to stop being petty. Look, I'm never going to stop being petty. Okay. That's just me. It's always been me. People are like, you should be humble. Again, my name is Ben Baller, not Ben Humble. I wasn't humble when I was broke. Okay. But let me clear up some things for some of you guys. Because, of course, the real haters who don't know certain things, they just know, a couple things here and there. They follow rap, whatever, blah, blah. I don't follow rap like that. They don't really listen to the podcast. So, it's cool. I just want the people from the BTP Army to understand my position and where I'm at. Punching the air, people saying that like, oh, I bet Ben Baller's punching the air right now. I couldn't emphasize this more than I'm going to. Punching the air in any capacity will never, ever, ever, never. It will never, ever, ever, never, 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 never be in my repertoire. It just won't. It shouldn't be in any man's repertoire after they turn the age 35. If you could take that stupid ass shit out of your behavior sooner, like in your 20s, good for you. But check game out, okay? When it comes to jewelry, milestones, accolades, I have done all I can. All right? I'm being dead ass serious. I have hit every apex. I've hit every ceiling there is, right? The only thing left is to pretty much make some world championship rings, whether it be in baseball, football, or basketball, or all three, okay? But what I won't do is I'm not going to sponsor a fucking team for that. That's just not me. That's cornball shit, for real. If your shit is dope and everything's good, then motherfuckers going to want that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there is a budget for that. Those teams and the leagues have budget for those rings, okay? Don't be a dick sucker. And people say, oh, you're just salty. No, that's not being salty. That's called having game. All right. I have never bought a woman something to earn her love. Okay. That's just never been me. Oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, or whatever. That's just what the fuck are you doing? And people say, oh, and at the same time, I'm like, hey man, my daughter should have high standards for certain things, but there's different things. I would never just pay for some girl to stay with me. Like, that's the kind of mentality I feel like, you pay someone to make some joy for them. It's just fucking weird. That shit just only masks things for a little while. But to keep them, to have them stay, you got to have game or personality, okay? When it comes to jewelry, you should get to a point in your career as a jeweler where you don't ask anybody if they're interested in buying something. You don't ask anybody, oh, can I make you a custom piece? Oh, you should get a custom piece from me. No. I can't imagine myself doing that ever, right? That's when it's time to check out. Be like, oh, well, so lucky, must be nice to be you, and we're not all that lucky. I don't give a fuck. Give the fuck what's going on. You don't know my story. And if you do, you still don't know it. All right? Because there was a lot of motherfucking nights where it wasn't like that, okay? let me give you an example. If I ever made something that was copywritten or trademarked, whatever it may be, like if I made a TV character or my rendition of an art piece or something, and that said artist or brand had made a public statement saying they didn't know who I was, I would retire and go deliver Postmates. Like I would change professions right there. The fuck is wrong with you? Okay. I have had 3 very big celebrities in different aspects of business hit me in the last 48 hours. Musicians, producers, all that stuff, and jewelers to tell me, why do you entertain people, right? Especially the people who are smaller than you. Nobody in the world thinks that those people are at your level. You're Ben Baller, bro. You forget that you're Ben Baller. You're bigger than that. And then I break down my story and I'm like, look, man, I'm about the fairness in certain things. And there's certain shit I just can't allow some of the fuck shit. You know what I mean? And when I break that down, they're like, you don't understand how the people see you out there. And I'm like, bro, I'm still a regular dude. Don't let the $2 million, don't let the $3 million in cars fuck with your head or whatever. I still got a $6 Costco shirt on, right? Like, you got me weird. I'm like, well, not everyone can call you like I can and just have a conversation with you because you're Ben Ball. Understand it. And I feel blessed that someone of a status of like, you know, these people that call me say that. Well, fucking, you know what? Oh, man. Yeah, no, I'm not going to bring him into this. Damn, man. Almost, man. Shit, I just knew he would, you bring my name up. Because he's friends with that so-named jeweler, right? Anyways, then, you know, it's like, you're bigger than that. And I'm like, huh? Like, look, I'm petty. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about all of that shit. Sometimes these guys' frowns make me smile, all right? There are guys out in the world who can be wrong 90,000 times. And then guess what? That same guy can be right the one time you thought they couldn't be. And it was an important time. So stop trying to predict people by patterns. All right? Numbers lie, people lie. And now I've realized even patterns can lie. Okay? No bullshit. At this very moment, I am the happiest I've ever been in my fucking entire life. Okay? I could win $10 million tomorrow in a lottery, free and clear, and I would still want to shoot somebody in the fucking face with a 12-gauge shotgun. And then at the same time, I wouldn't even think about who I shot ever again 2 minutes later. All right? I literally realized how much of a fucking blessed situation I'm in and how great my life is. At the same very time, I am who I am. And there's certain things that I take, you know, they don't entertain me, they bring slight joy. It sounds demented, but it's the truth. Another stupid line I've read here and there on Instagram here and there is lions don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. Shut the fuck up, dummies. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Listen to that real quick. Lions don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. You know how fucking stupid that you look at. Let a sheep be chilling far away, whispering, chilling with this homie, you know, down the fucking hill, and you got some sheep far the fuck away, just chilling, having a slow volume conversation somewhere. Please believe, let there be a lion a mile away from that motherfucker in their sight, and believe me, that lion is going to run with all its might and go all the way fucking out of its way to go attack that sheep. And if you don't believe that, you're fucking stupid. Period. Okay? You think Jay-Z is thinking about 10 bad model bitches, runway bitches here and there, whatever, when he got Beyonce? No. Okay? And I'm not even, don't compare Beyonce to none of them Calabasas girls. Okay? Ever. The quality of work or the chess game being played is very important with my career. When you see my overall body of work from Michael Jackson to fucking Tyler the Creator to Kid Cudi, J Balvin, all that stuff as a jeweler, forget about it. Okay? It speaks for itself. And I'll still talk my shit. All right? But when you can tell who made a piece, then you really missed it as a jeweler. Okay? Because and not as a graphic artist or as a fucking illustrator. I'm talking about you missed it as a jeweler because you are limited in your range. If all your shit looks the same, then you lost, period. Why the fuck would someone want to go to you if they're trying to do different things and you're trying to do, they want to collab with you so you could do a different rendition. You could throw your touch on there, but when all your shit looks the same, look, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, would Pharrell ever get a piece from you? Okay? Would Pharrell ever refer you as a jeweler? All right, I thought so. All right, I rest my case. It's always going to be quality over quantity. And again, with these brand partnerships like General Mills, Snickers, things like that, understand that's a chess move. Okay? Anyways, guys, look, thought about this from doing some podcasts with other people. Of course, I really do want to do video soon, but audio has to match. And the Dust Brothers are the best at what they do with sound. That's why the sound quality is always A1. Okay? It has to match perfectly. That's a whole nother movie, right? But I don't want to also have to go through any extra trouble and be like, oh, I go through extra trouble enough with other things. I've gone to a point in my life where if I'm going to put that extra trouble, it's going to be done the right way. And that's it. We're not going back. Okay? I don't want to beg anyone to be punctual, to show up to certain things. That's why I don't always ask guests. There's a lot of people who want to do the show. But I'm just like, but I do want to do video, and I want you guys to understand that. That's definitely something I want to do. Someone hit me up the other day. It was like, yo, can you talk about Bling Empire? And I'm just going to simply say no. There's nothing to talk about, okay? Now, side note, if people want NBA picks, the Dust Brothers are the best. They're the ones who helped me with my handicaps. They went like fucking 11-0 on parlays. It was mind-blowing. Now they're biting like $500, $100. And they're not trying to fucking go crazy and whatever. But if they bet the same thing and put 10 racks down, they would have been fucking very, very rich right now. And they've been crushing it. And low-key, they're about to start a website and things. But in the meanwhile, the Dust Brothers are doing NBA picks and they're selling them. $75 for a single game, that's fucking cheap, all right? And $150 for parlay picks, all right? Yes, the Dust Brothers, the producers of this show, okay? Their Venmo is at DB Podcasts, plural, and you can follow them at DB Podcast on Instagram. You could DM there, whatever, hit them up. They are fucking crushing that motherfucking shit. Ever since they started, just this week, they are 4-1 for their clients, okay? But they have helped me with a bunch of other shit. We go back and forth with certain things. Look, they are killing it. Speaking of the NBA, shout out to my boy, my friend, Daniel Arsham, very talented artist who is a listener of this show. He just became the creative director of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he is also now a minority owner of a fucking NBA team, bro. Daniel, you are a fucking legend. Congrats, bro. I'm not a big fucking Cleveland Cavaliers fan, but for real, that is a fucking flex, man. That is amazing. God bless. And guys, that is all I have for this episode, man. I fucking felt this motherfucking episode. I really feel like I broke down some shit. Look, I don't know if we're going to have a guest on the next episode. We definitely will after. Don't forget this weekend, NFL. Oh yeah, the Conor McGregor fight. You know what? I'm supposed to talk about that. You know what? Fuck that. Follow my stories on Saturday. And look, y'all, I got a lot of shit going on. My birthday's next week and a lot of things are happening. I'm telling you guys, I am in a very happy place right now. I've been bonding with my kids a lot more, and that's what's important to me. But I love the podcast. I love the BTB Army. Please don't forget to subscribe. And again, guys, I am so grateful for all of you guys. All right, y'all. Always remember to make it a great day. And always remember, I'm going to let y'all just say that out loud. You already know what I'm going to say. All right, yo, Lakey Lake. What's good, my G? All right, man. Yo, take us out of here, homie. Okay, y'all. Peace.